Hello. Oh, shoot. Uh, I'm late again. Not as late as I was last night. I had some health, some medical things I had to do before I got in. It took me a little longer. I also had some problems with my computer. I couldn't get logged in live at first. I had a pretty good response last night. Hopefully, the neurologist put me on some new medications for the headaches. They think it's migraines. The migraine medication they had me on aren't working, so we're trying something new. I want to try and have a little bit more of a cheerful night tonight. See if anybody got any really bad jokes or funny true stories or funny not true stories. Come on, Casher. I have your name written where I had it. Hopefully, I'm not competing with one of my friends tonight. I didn't look. Yeah, we just. I don't know about the rest of the country, but we just went through a major rainstorm here in Florida. Got really ugly. A lot of rain and wind. Yeah, I know for those of you who had major snowstorms, a lot of snow in the last few days, you don't feel sorry for us. But I know my aunt up in Ohio had some really bad rain, bad snow. Not, I don't think they had a lot of snow, but it was a lot of rain and snow the last few days. I don't miss that either. Yep. About 3 to 4 weeks, I start going over to the Several Hills prison, doing prison ministry. I'm just now getting through the first 40 pages of the book for my homework before I start the next phase of the classes. It's a lot of simple stuff, but it's a lot of reading. It's a lot of headaches. And I already have headaches. It's not helping. It seems like a dead night tonight. Monday night was pretty busy. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a few minutes and then probably call it a night. At least I didn't open that tonight up eating on screen. That was embarrassing last night. I've seen that happen on TikTok. they've done it on purpose, and I'm like, that is so silly. And I did it by accident because I didn't think anybody was coming coming on watching me, which I should have realized that somebody would have seen it later. But whoever liked to put a like on this, thank you. I hope you'll join me. Somebody's here. I hope. Hello. How are you doing? Oh, yeah. Hello again. How are you doing? As far as I know, this is public. At least I get 3 likes on this. Nobody's been in here except for half a second. Come on, Jasher or Christina or Tommy or who the other Clipped or Tommy or with Doc or I do better on these chat rooms when I have people in here. I hate sitting here looking dumb. No comments for anybody saying that's we mean look. I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes. And I'm gonna give up. I'll wait to 9. Maybe I could talk. Somebody might see this later. Why am I going into prison ministry? I've never been to jail. I've never been to prison. I've never been arrested. I've never been accused. Well, when I was 13 years old, I was violently assaulted by a friend of the family's. Didn't remember it till I was in my early 20s, late 19s, early 20s. And I was a very. Hello. Anyone there? Okay, I was a very strong Christian until that happened. I was in Bible college when the memories started to come back just a little bit. And I rebelled against God. Um, my family abandoned me. My church abandoned me. I've told this story many times in other videos. Um, I ended up on the streets, homeless. And to survive, I became a thief. I would find homes and businesses that were ways that were they did not secure their entrances. There were no alarms and no cameras, and would go in, just get enough to survive, food money wise or food, and survive. I also sold my body on the streets. Not proud of this. Um, I'm still dealing with the guilt and the shame and the self hatred. Um, on a documentary thing when people are going to prison, especially in the young ages, I had somebody ask me, how do I feel about the victims, my victims? And I never thought of it that way before, from that angle. I'm still trying to figure that part out now. I'm not saying I don't have guilt towards them. I just don't know how to respond to that question completely. Um, I got out of that situation and made peace with my family and made peace with my church. Not with that church, but other church. I went to other churches and did not reveal any of that until years later, about a year ago, to my pastor, who I knew back then. I didn't even think of going to him for help. He would have helped me back then, but I was too angry because of the other church. And he looked at me not with disgust or hatred or judgment, but with compassion. And it was like, is there anything else you want to tell me? Not out of judgment. He just was like, because we can work through this, and he's helping me work through it. I'm not making very much progress right now because I don't know how, and he's never been in trouble, so I'm not sure he knows how. Next few days, I will be here at 8 o'clock. Um, hey, Tommy, how are you doing? No, the headaches are are just as bad or getting worse. They're putting me on new medication for migraines. They think it's migraines. Thank God it's not a tumor. Don't let that get out. I have a reputation to uphold. I hope Fetty's okay because I don't know how bad it was down there, but we got hit pretty hard over here with a major storm. My doctor's office. I was talking to them because they were trying to figure out how they were going to get home tonight, and I said the backstroke. I'm guessing. Yeah, it's here. That's what we had. It's better than snow. If it snows where I am, and I think where Fetty is, we're all in trouble. Not sure. Not. I know where he is. Yeah, we're both in, I think, Central Florida, and that's not an area that we never, very, very rarely ever see snow. I'm close to Tampa, and if that gets snow, we're in trouble. It's been like in the 40s a couple of days since last week. And I told my pastor, "Oh, that's cold. That could be cold." I have a lady who I think is on Harvey Knows Prison who lives in St. Augustine. She said sometimes she's warmer than I am. And I'm like, wait a minute, that should be the other way around. I keep telling my pastor I'm moving to Florida where it's warm. He doesn't think it's funny anymore. Yeah, there's a place in St. Augustine, the lighthouse. I've always wanted to go, but I'm too chicken. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted places in the world. I'm not sure you want to. I've seen reality ghost shows where they're at the bottom and there's nobody else in the lighthouse, and at the top you see a shadow of somebody bending over and looking down at them, and there's nobody in there. Just make sure you don't go in there alone. You do remember the Blair Witch Project. This you may have the real version of it in that lighthouse. I don't want that video to be the last thing seen known of you. Take Fetty and Leslie with you. I'll tell you, I've seen professional ghost hunters run from that place. So I'd be from the lighthouse. I'd be careful. Yeah, if Fetty and Leslie think that devil's tree is spooky, that lighthouse is going to make that look like a playground. No, I'm just saying the three of you ought to go there. More the merrier. The more the ghost in the end, maybe. Three of them. Kidding. I haven't heard of anybody being killed there lately. Oh, I will. That's when he could use the drone on. I think I'd rather use the drone going up there than him than going up there myself. And that St. Augustine Lighthouse is oof. I used to work in a. I used to not believe in haunted houses and that. And I worked in a. I've done security work in gated communities and that for about 20 plus years before I retired. Well, I had no choice because of health issues. And I worked in a condominium building, and on the one floor that was completely shut down where they were remodeling it. I just when I walk onto the floor, I didn't see anything or didn't hear anything, but just something on that floor. I broke the sound barrier running through that floor to get out of there. There was something about that floor. I knew there was something in there that wasn't human. And just there was something very evil and very dark on that floor. If I ever saw a ghost, I would probably, if I was in Florida, I'd probably be in New Jersey in about 2 seconds. I definitely, I do admit I am a coward. I don't know if I ever would do St. Augustine's Lighthouse. I don't even like going into the haunted mansion at Disney World. No, I'm not that bad, but close. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed too. Hey, if you get a chance, go back and listen to the beginning of this thing. I had something on there I'd like to hear you listen to and give me some input on if you get a chance later. It was right before you came on. All right, take care.